Everybody, we're back again, and we're over here in the area on 17th Street near what is now known as Linwood Cemetery. As I said, over there across the street, we grew up at 529 18th Street, and there was nothing but a whole row of homes over there. Right here on 17th Street, across from me, were some more homes, and some more homes are people. What is that? That's what, 6th Avenue? I can't read the sign. 8th Avenue. There were more homes over here on 8th Avenue. So we would walk past all of these houses, and these were homes that belonged to some of the most prominent people in Columbus, Georgia. People like Ms Vernelle Marshall. I don't know if any of you remember her. She was a pianist for St. John AME Church. And we would walk down this street in order to walk down Linwood, and there's the train. I remember hearing the train when we were kids, and we'll be walking down this way headed toward Ms. B's grocery store and headed toward 5th Avenue, where the black citizens in Columbus own many businesses, churches. Ms. B's grocery store was on the corner. People used to sell ice cream and candy out of their homes before all these laws stopped people from being able to flourish on their own. And so we would walk through this street and down this way headed toward 5th Avenue, where all the flourishment was, and there were nothing but black people living in these houses, in these homes on this property. But Linwood Cemetery behind me was whites only. We were not allowed to be buried here at first, and something changed, and there are a few black people buried over here now, but at first we weren't allowed over here. But we would walk past it headed down to where we needed to go, which would be 5th Avenue, where we're going next, because if you look up this street, we're headed toward what was known as East Highland. We sat right here where the medical center was on 18th Street, and at the top of the hill, we were not allowed to go past that area because East Highland at the time was a whites-only neighborhood. We were not allowed to go past the medical center because there wasn't anybody up there but white people, and we couldn't go. And so they told us to stay out of that area. But importantly enough, when they integrated the schools here 18 years after Brown v. Board, I was sent to East Highland Elementary School because it was walking distance away from my house. Should have been there anyway because it was closer to me than Claflin, but it was a white school and we weren't allowed to go there. So when they did finally desegregate the schools, that's where they sent me to, was East Highland, up above the medical center, where we were never allowed to go as children. So that's how that whole thing started. And when we get to East Highland, I have a few things I have to say about that too. In the meantime, in between times, this is Linwood Cemetery behind me. That's 18th Street. The whole neighborhood, which I am told, used to be called Uptown Columbus. We never heard that when we were kids. We never heard that when we were kids, but now we have to give it a name. So we're going to go with what we heard. So we'll see you on the other end. We're going down 5th Avenue, and we're going to start talking about some of the stuff that the black community was into when we get down there.